CMC 2020, having such a good time. Oh wait, coronavirus has destroyed that for me. Really, really awesome. Hey guys, I hope everyone is having a fantastic Friday. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty devastated. This coronavirus is literally shutting down the world. But before we get into this whole Friday coronavirus edition, let's all relax, stress less. I'm gonna take a breather. I feel so much better. So much better. Alright, let's dive into what's up. So, yes, I'm supposed to be at CMC, Rocks, Queensland, right now. Actually, I was supposed to be there yesterday until Monday. But now the federal government has stepped in about this whole ridiculous coronavirus outbreak, pandemic, apocalypse, whatever you want to call it. I would love to know where everyone stands on this coronavirus, because I literally don't care. Apart from, I mean, I do care because it is literally ruining my life, and I'm sure a lot of other people's lives. Like, unfortunate to the people that have it. I don't yet. We're probably all going to get it. I don't know. We're all quarantined. Like, Australia and the world is just losing their minds. They are actually losing their minds. I mean, like, comment down below. Tell me what your guys' view on coronavirus is, because my view of it is that it is so blown out of proportion. It's actually crazy, right? I know this is a fishing channel. I know we usually talk about fishing and stuff. But I just want to have a quick chat, right? We'll get the coronavirus and angry part out first, and then we'll finish on a little good bit, and then we can all relax and chill and go fishing and self-quarantine on our boats. Look, honestly, I just think this whole coronavirus thing is so blown out of proportion, right? I think the media has had their dirty little hands in stirring the pot, especially here in Australia. With Vision, I mean, like, only last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, I remember when the coronavirus sort of started and it started spreading. I remember 60 Minutes. I don't watch the news. I can't stand the news. It is the most biased thing ever, and it's just boring, right? Like, who actually watches the news? It's so boring. I remember seeing a snippet on 60 Minutes talking about the coronavirus outbreak and the entire epidemic and how China shut down, everything shut down. They had the Chinese military or the Chinese army in World War III mode, people in like zombie apocalypse, Walking Dead style, quarantine suits, spraying stuff. Oh my god, they boosted, right, this entire panic. And then Australia has gone, oh my god, coronavirus, I should go and buy some toilet paper. Right, the guys that are watching from America, I know I've got a handful of guys, or maybe more, that are watching from America. How are you guys? I really am curious to know how you guys are being affected by it. I know all of the sport is shut down. Some sport is still going ahead here in Australia, although there's no crowds. And with the footy or the NRL, I don't watch NRL, I'm an AFL boy, but something like they're not going to shake hands after the game. It's because they don't want to spread the coronavirus. Except they tackle each other and sweat and spit and everything. It's exchange bodily fluids. I don't want to shake your hand afterwards, man. We just got to self-quarantine. Yeah, good one. You're on the ball. And our Mr. Prime Minister, I don't want to get too political because I really couldn't care less, but Mr. Prime Minister came out, I think it was this morning on the radio when I was on my way to work. Or maybe it was yesterday. I don't know. Whatever. But apparently Qantas or whatever are getting something like $715 million as sort of a rebate for people that are getting refunds on their flights because they can't travel. So it's looking after an already multi-billion-dollar company, but all the smaller companies, like my parents' company that I work for, are getting nothing. So far, Queensland has not really put into place what's going to happen if people can't work or can't earn money, so we can't pay bills. Like, the global economy is already crashed, but it is severely still declining. Australia has gone mad. We've done what America has done and capped it to like 500 people limit to outside. More importantly, why 500? Why not 400? What happens if it gets to 499? Does an alarm go off at like 500? Or why not 600? Why 500? Oh, like, who came up with 500? Is it just a cool number or what? And then 100 people inside. But shopping centres are exempt, which doesn't make any sense. So you can have thousands of people in a shopping centre, but you can't have 100 people in a restaurant or a pub? Like, it's honestly... I think people just need to grow up a little bit and understand that I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm not going to give you all these statistics and like health bits and pieces on coronavirus. I don't know, and I really couldn't care less. But to me, I mean, COVID is actually the flu, right? And now this is kind of just another offshoot or off-strand. There's people saying it's nothing like the flu, but COVID is the flu, people. It is the flu. And let's have a think about like how many people die from the flu each year. Like a hell of a lot more than have been infected and died from this coronavirus. Everyone is just blowing it out of proportion, sending it into pandemic. People are buying up meat, stockpiling meat. Like, guys, calm down. If everyone just acted normal and went about their day as usual, everything would be chill. Right? There's a good chance we'll get infected. There's a good chance we won't get infected. But regardless, not everyone is dying. Honestly, the media is like, oh my god, if you get coronavirus, you're probably dead, bro. No, incorrect. Actually, the vast majority of people that have actually had and contracted coronavirus have survived. People that already have underlying medical issues are obviously going to suffer a little bit more, but that is the same as everything. Someone that is suffering from an autoimmune disease or already suffering from like genetic issues, they get affected more when they get the standard cold, right? It shuts their immune system down and it hits it a lot harder than somebody who is in good health. That's just normal, right? Like if somebody's got a bad knee and they race somebody, or like a foot race of somebody that doesn't have a bad knee, yeah, the bad knee guy is probably not going to do as good as the good knee guy. It's literally, it's so silly. But honestly, I don't know, it's scary times, really, because the whole world is just losing their absolute brains over this. Everything's shutting down, right? There's a number of places here in Brisbane alone that pubs and clubs are shutting down until further notice, because we don't really know. The government has stopped for the next 6 months any international travel. I don't know if we come up with a solution to coronavirus or what, if it's going to lift or not, but at the moment, everything's sort of in lockdown. Like the Australian dollar is literally sitting at like 58 or 60 cents, which is the worst I've ever seen it compared to the American dollar, which is really good for me when I'm trying to progress to get out of Australia and shoot to America for my fishing. But I mean, look, everything has its dips, everything will come back up. It's life. But what is making it worse is everyone just freaking out, panic buying food. Like, there is poor people that just haven't been able to get food for the last week or two. Toilet paper again. I don't know what the deal was with the toilet paper. I really don't. I don't understand that. I don't think anybody does. And it's a snowball. It takes one person to panic buy something, and then another person to see that, and then another person, and it literally just snowballs and spirals out of control. So honestly, everyone just needs to grow up and just relax. I mean, like, I've had a quick browse of statistics, and I've screenshotted some statistics for you, just to let's put things into perspective, okay? In Australia, I literally googled this off a government website, of health.gov.au. So this is government legislation as of today. 6:30 a.m. this morning, right? There have been 565 confirmed cases of COVID-19, coronavirus, whatever. That's it. 565. Now, I don't know if you guys know how many people in Australia, but apparently this is not up to date, right? This is a year or so old or whatever, but there's around about 24.6 million people in Australia. Probably more now because this one's a little bit old apparently, but 24.6 million, out of that, 565 people have contracted the virus. Literally less than 1%. And everyone is freaking out. Like, guys, chill, okay? And that's just Australia, right? I can one-up that. I actually worked this out. I don't know, my maths are not great, but I'm pretty sure I worked this out. I was at gym, I was talking to a mate, and I was Googling stuff. I wanted to try and come up with some cool statistics. So not even cool, but just a little bit like, let's put things into a little bit more of a perspective. In the world, I think there was like, actually he was pretty close. My mate said there was 8 billion people. Probably more. This is just a rough thing I quickly Googled. It said there was about 7.7 billion people in the world. I thought it was more, to be honest, but 7.7 billion. Even, let's work off those stats, right? 7.7 billion, he said 8 billion, right? I actually thought it was more. Out of that 7.7 billion or whatever, around about 8,400 deaths. 8,400, these are not exact. I'm not coming out and claiming that these are exact 100% percentages, but it's giving you a rough idea that it's not as bad as what people think. So 8,400 deaths out of 7.7 billion people across the world. I'm pretty sure I've worked that out to also be less than 1%. It's like, what is it? 0.91 or whatever percent of the population have died from coronavirus. I'm not sure how many people have been affected. I think it's pretty hard to gauge that because there's more and more people getting it every day. But that just puts things into perspective, guys, that it is not as bad as what people think. Okay, there was like a 103 or 100 and something year old lady that contracted coronavirus the other day. She survived just fine. Alright, I know Australia is coming into winter and apparently the coronavirus flourishes in the colder climates that can't keep up in the hot. Whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, this virus is going to run its course, or we will all contract it and we will learn to live with it, just like we've done with the common cold, just like we've done with the flu, which is COVID, mind you. Like I said earlier, COVID is the flu. There's a lot of offshoots and off strands of the flu every single year. But I'm just going to point out a few diseases that have happened, or a few viruses that have happened in the last couple of years, or let's say within 10 years, right? Swine flu, the avian flu, or whatever that went through everywhere. I mean, SARS was another one. That was when I was a kid. I think I was too really young to remember that whole epidemic. Ebola, right? Remember when Ebola happened and everyone thought it was going to be some zombie apocalypse sort of stuff? Yeah. So all of these things have happened and we've just forgotten about them. And now the new one is this coronavirus, COVID-19. So I think everybody just needs to maybe put things into perspective, just chill out a little bit, relax, go on, do your normal daily things. Because guys, if you guys, like, I'm not encouraging people to go out and spread the virus, but all I'm saying is maybe self-quarantining at home to keep yourself distanced from COVID-19. You're not putting money back into the economy, right? The important thing is we don't freak out and we still do our daily things. We go out and buy coffee and we go out and get our groceries, or maybe go and have some dinner on a Friday night. I don't know how that's going to work with the 100 thing, I guess first in best dress. But if we stop all of this, our economy is literally going to stop. So we're kind of not helping ourselves by trying to help ourselves, if that makes sense. So let's just chill. Alright, I know I've said it so much and I'm going to jump off the topic now, but honestly, let's put things into perspective. Let's grow up a little bit. I can't wait to sit back in however many months' time and literally look at all the guys that have acted like complete wankers and said I was not one of them. And hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me in the ass, but I truly believe that this is something that we will probably contract and build up immunities to it, just like chickenpox. I know you can get vaccines and stuff, but you know, like when you contract a new virus or something, you have antibodies in yourself that then learn what that is and learn how to fight it. There is worse ones, and sometimes people do die, and that's just life. But that is how genetically we work. We contract something, our body understands, our body learns, and it learns how to fight that disease or that virus, right? Just like the cold, just like the normal flu, okay? We still survive. So that's just putting things into perspective. I'm gonna have a drink, right? So, let's move on from that, because it is infuriating me. It's ruined CMC. CMC's been postponed. I think it'll end up being cancelled. Because of that, I have missed my opportunity to fish Lake Sinclair. I should be there right now, pre-fishing for my pre-fish day, or actually, it's over now. But unfortunately, my boat wasn't ready because it didn't need to be ready because I wasn't going to this tournament anyway. And now that CMC was cancelled, it pushed the whole boat thing back and it wasn't going to be ready. So now basically I've missed my first round of ABT for absolutely nothing. Cool. Really, really cool. On the other hand, my boat is looking pretty cool. And next weekend, again, I'll be shooting down to Grafton and beginning my proper pre-fish for round 2 of ABT on the Clarence River. So that is light at the end of the tunnel, and I will self-quarantine myself quite happily on my boat, away from all of you filthy coronavirus victims. That's pretty much it, guys. Honestly, I just wanted to rant about this coronavirus, and hopefully you guys are not offended by how I think. Everyone's got an opinion. This is my opinion. If you guys don't agree, that's totally cool, right? Everything is subjective. That is what makes us humans, but this is my view on the coronavirus, and I will be doing what I normally do, seeing the people I normally see, going to gym every day. At the moment, I'm completely fine. I'm not going to wear a face mask. I'm not going to do all of that. I'm still going to shake people's hands because I'm polite, and I just whatever, right? Good luck to everyone fishing in the ABT event down at Lake Sinclair this weekend. I got a handful of mates that are fishing it, so Mark, Joey and stuff, good luck. Hopefully I see you guys in the top 10. I will be watching. As much as it breaks my heart to not be there, I will be keeping up to date with the scores and stuff. I did, actually, what's really cool, okay, and a quick shout out. Really quick shout out, I did a job for a lady that's had 2 sons this week. I work in refrigeration, by the way. So I fixed her fridge. She lived down in Ipswich way, somewhere, I think. I can't remember. Down that way. Her son, Banjo. Banjo, if you're watching this, dude, thank you for watching my stuff. Guys, Banjo is a young boy who loves fishing, loves his fishing. I was doing the job and he was watching, I can't remember the show, it's on Netflix, it's like some South American Brazilian dude. I watched all the series like twice over a few years ago. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like a River Monsters deal. He goes and catches these like crazy fish. It's a cool deal, and he's a pretty cool dude. Anyway, I was watching that, so I was like, oh, you like fishing? We got talking. And apparently Banjo is completely infatuated and so super passionate about fishing. His mum reckons that's literally all he does, and it sounds a lot like me, right? When I'm not out on my boat, I am watching fishing. I'm watching Scott Martin, I'm watching Carl Jochimson, I'm watching Brendan Polinick, all these guys in America that I look up to. They're my heroes, and he literally does the same thing. If he's not watching fishing or he's not fishing, he's playing with his lures and he's re-rigging lines for the next time that he goes out. Like, that is so cool. It's so good to see a young boy or young girls and stuff that are so passionate about what they do They're not interested in the video games, not interested in sitting on their bum on the couch, watching TV and watching cartoons. They want to be outside. They want to be involving themselves in the world that is not through a screen. And I love that. And I wish that I was as passionate as Banjo is when I was like 11 years old. Sorry, Banjo, I can't exactly remember, but I think he might be around like 11 or something. I don't know. Comment below. Comment below if how old you are, dude. Let me know. But I think it's like 11. Anyway, I wish I was as passionate as what you are, bro. When I was your age, because then my career probably would have progressed a lot quicker, a lot sooner. You know, I would be at a much higher stage of where I am right now. I only started professional fishing a couple years ago. Here in Australia, it's a hard thing to do because there is not a whole lot of money in it. I was actually a couple $1,000s up last year for my tournaments, and then I blew all that on Australian Open and Grand Final, in which I got $0 for, so there was a couple grand gone. That finished off the year so nice. But Banjo, keep it up, bro. Keep the passion there, keep it alive, and one day maybe you can do fishing as a job, like the guys that you watch on TV. Maybe you can do something like that. So don't lose your passion. There's ups and downs of everything, and this goes for all across sport. If you have passion in something, don't think about failing. If you think about failing, you're coming at it from the wrong way. You want to picture yourself succeeding and picture the end goal of where you want to get to every single day of your life. Because, guys, you can achieve absolutely anything if you want. You just have to believe. Don't even think about failure. You take failure in your stride, but you don't have a half-assed attitude. If you do something, you do it 100%. You dive head first. No fear. Just get it done. So, this went weirdly inspirational for a Friday. It's started off super heavy, and now it's gone into some motivational talk, which I'm not. I'm just like fish and have fun, whatever. But guys, this I'm going to wrap this up now. It's going for too long, and I'm just shit's dribbling out of my mouth. So, Bill Latimer, who won the jigs, they finally came. Australia Post is freaking out with this coronavirus, and it took forever to get down there for you. But good luck this weekend, Bill. He's a co-angler, heading down to Lake Sinclair. So he will be using Jig Pro's jigs down there. So, Bill, if you catch something, tag OzJig and Jig Pro in it, so Simon can see that you're nailing stuff in his jigs. That'd be wicked. Tag me in it too. I want to see some big old green bass. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. It's getting far too long. We've had the ups and downs of Corona. I was actually going to get drink some Corona in my CMC outfit, but then I realised I actually hate Corona. It's not very nice, so I've got some other Mexican beer, whatever. So, on that note, guys, why didn't that work? There we go. On that note, guys, get out, have an awesome weekend, catch some fish. Me and my mate are heading up to Barumba. So, Brooksy, if you're watching this, dude, I will message you, and we will see if we can catch up on the lake. I'm not taking my boat, won't be ready. I'll be on the back of Macca's. But Brooksy, I'll hit you up. I'll shoot you a message, and we'll see if we can tee something up on Sunday up at Barumba. Throw some jiggy jigs around for some bass. So that'll be good. Looking forward to Sunday. Should be sweet. Guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Okay? Anybody that's not subscribed, anybody that's watching this and not subscribed, subscribe right now. I don't know what I'm doing with my finger, but listen to me, subscribe to my channel. That way I can keep on bringing videos like this to you guys. While you're over there, jump over to my Instagram and Facebook, Keeghan Painter Fishing. See what's up. Follow me. Join me on my journey. Okay? If you're self-quarantined, if you've got coronavirus, jump on the lounge, jump in bed. subscribe to my channel, watch my videos, check them out. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Whatever. Shoot me a message. Tell me you like my videos. Tell me what I should do next. I'll take advice from you guys. Anybody that's quarantined at home, unlucky, I'm going fishing. This is it for me. Happy Friday. I am gonna put my CMC outfit back in the cupboard. That's what's up. Bye.